Hey guys, I am currently in Grindelwald, a beautiful mountainous village in Switzerland, and yesterday I visited Jungfrau, a popular tourist destination that's easily accessible via the village in Grindelwald. And in this video I'll be giving a quick review of what it's like to visit Jungfrau and whether it's worth the cost, because it does cost a whopping just over 200 francs to make the trip to Jungfrau from Grindelwald. However, if you have a half-day pass or a special Swiss holiday pass, it's half the price. So I paid just over 100 francs to make the trip to Jungfrau, so it's not cheap, and I'd like to give a quick review of whether it's actually worth the cost. Now bear in mind, I am making this trip in November, and in Switzerland, November is generally the quiet season, tourist season in Switzerland, because a lot of the cable carts are closed down for maintenance, and some of tourist attractions are also closed down as they prepare for the winter season in December. So if you come here to Switzerland in November for a holiday, you will notice that it is a bit quieter, and also the prices are a bit cheaper accommodation. So where I'm staying, it was half the price, and they do that because some attractions are closed. However, with the Jungfrau attraction, it's open all year round, so you don't have to worry about that particular activity. And that's why I also made the trip in November, because to be honest, I don't like too many tourists or too many people. I think it ruins the experience. So I was happy to make the trip in November to Jungfrau to save on some costs for accommodation and also to avoid the busy crowds. Now, how I made the trip from Grindelwald to Jungfrau is that I took a cable car from the Grindelwald terminal known as the Eiger Express, and it's quite a pretty fancy modern cable cart, and you ride this cable cart for 15 minutes to the Eiger Gletscher, which is like a viewing stopping point where you are confronted with some nice views of the Alps. And at the Eiger Gletscher terminal, you will make a transfer to the Jungfrau train, which will take you straight up to the Jungfrau mountain, and that journey takes about 26 minutes. And then once you come off the train, you are confronted with what's known as the Discovery Tour. And this is basically a tour on the Jungfrau mountain where they take you through various activities about the mountain, the amazing architecture that went into building such a magnificent railway station. Bear in mind, it is the highest railway station in Europe. It's actually quite fascinating how they built this railway station, the observatory on top of this mountain, which is at about 4,000 feet. So you're at very high altitude. So through this tour, they will take you through the history behind the mountain, the first individuals that climbed the mountain. You'll also have the opportunity to visit the Ice Palace, and there you would see amazing sculptures carved out of ice, which is very pretty and very attractive. It kind of reminds me of Zermatt. If you check out my Zermatt video, you will notice something similar, that once you take the cable car up to the Zermatt Glacier's Paradise, you'll see something similar with the ice sculptures and so on and so on. So it's quite a similar experience, but that was nice to see. Also, what's very fascinating there is that you can actually take an elevator to the Sphinx Observatory, and there you will see some amazing views of the mountains, the Monarch Mountains. and so on and so on. It's just your typical popular tourist destination where you can take lots of photos to show I've been there and just admire the views. Now, bear in mind that you are at high altitude, so you got to be careful. I actually saw a woman faint, but thankfully she was revived. So the oxygen is a bit low when you're up at high altitude, so just bear that in mind. If you do make the trip, make sure you bring lots of water, you walk slowly, and so on and so on. So all in all, it's a nice trip to make. You probably need about half a day. There's lots of shops as well if you want to buy a few of the popular Swiss merchandise there. There's another popular expensive restaurant there, but if you want to go to the restaurant, make sure you book in advance because it was fully booked when we arrived there. So these are just the little things you have to bear in mind. When you visit such tourist attractions such as Jungfrau or Zermatt, note the costs are going to be astronomically high. We already know Switzerland's expensive, but if you're going to popular tourist destinations such as Jungfrau or Zermatt, so on and so on, the costs will be almost triple, quadruple the price. I mean, I forgot to bring my bottle of water and I paid 6 francs just for a small bottle of water. So bear that in mind. You know, a lot of these places, it's about, let's be honest, a lot of companies want to try and get as much money as they can from you, so the prices will be extremely high there. Now, so to conclude, is it worth the price, like 100 francs? I mean, for me, it's okay because, you know, I go with the drone and my objective is to like create videos and drone shots. So that's why I make these trips and I love creating YouTube videos. But if I wasn't doing this, would I spend 100 francs to visit the mountain and to see the Alps, the various mountains there? I don't know, I don't think I would. I mean, like, as I said, I was in Zermatt a couple months ago, and the experience is quite the same, like going to Zermatt and going to see the Matterhorn, taking the cable car out for close views of the Matterhorn. It's similar with Jungfrau. It's a similar experience. You're taking a cable car at high altitude to see the Swiss Alps. So if you come to Switzerland, you don't necessarily have the 2 trips. In my opinion, I preferred Zermatt. I felt like there was a lot more to do and see, and I really like the village there. But Grindelwald, I mean, it's also very nice. I mean, you're not too far from Lauterbrunnen. There's some amazing popular waterfalls you can see around here. There are other attractions here in Grindelwald, such as the Grindelwald First, which is another popular mountain point here in Switzerland. But bear in mind, in November, it's closed. So that particular mountain here in Grindelwald is closed, and there's a few other closures with the other tourist attractions because of the month we're in, November. As I mentioned, a lot of things are closed. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's individual choices. You know, if you want to spend 100 or 200 francs to come here, you have the money, then why not? I mean, it's a nice experience. If you're on a budget and you're trying to decide what activities you want to do, then I wouldn't say it's necessary you make the trip to Jungfrau. Let's say you had the choice between Zermatt or Jungfrau. You don't have to do both. You can just choose the one, because I believe the experience is quite similar. And yeah, I think that's all I would say in this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions or if there's any other videos you'd like me to make regarding Switzerland, don't hesitate to leave a comment below, and hopefully you will see me soon in the next video. Take care and goodbye.